Okay, we're going to try this again. I recorded probably about a whole 6 minutes and realized I wasn't recording. So today is Wednesday, April 1st, and it is day 17 of quarantine for me. Today's food for thought, I guess, or question of the day is something about inspiration. The things that inspire you. So what I was kind of going on about was that inspiration feeds on social interaction and feeds on the interactions we have with our world, with our experiences, with the people in our lives, all of the people in our lives, even a subconscious inspiration from somebody you passed in the street 4 years ago wearing a funky outfit or saying something that you didn't in a conscious level absorb, but your subconscious did. Inspiration comes from your world. And if you're not in the world, it can be very difficult to be inspired. But I am definitely, as an artist, inspired by my world. You know, I created a series of paintings right after 9/11 that are, to this day, some of my most emotionally visceral. People respond to these paintings viscerally. They have a visceral response to it. And they're in a box in my storage unit because they are so emotionally evocative that I won't hang them in my house. Like even I, who painted them, all of those emotions that I felt at that time that I put on that canvas, I respond to. And my boyfriend was like, we're not hanging this in the house. Not because he doesn't like my artwork. He lets me hang some of my other artwork. But they are very emotionally inspired by events that happened in the world around me that deeply affected me. My son Taliesin was nursing, and he was being watched by a really good friend of mine. And I left school. They sent us home from school, and I went home and I sat with my child in my lap, and all I could think about was all those children in the daycare centers in the Twin Towers and their death. And there was I was struck by inspiration. I was struck by the loss of the children, the loss of the families, the loss of the people connection. And that inspired these series of paintings. There are 3 of them. So in this world, this COVID-19 world, what is going to inspire your art, your life, your interaction with people? What are you going to create out of the ashes of these experiences in your life? Because that is what we do. We are human beings. We are resilient, and we rise from the ashes of our experiences. Some people are stronger. Some people are weaker. Some people have a very hard time moving past significant events that are traumatic. You know, I've said for a long time that you have to embrace those emotions. You have to let yourself feel them. You can't cut them off. You know, maybe it's because I'm a very deeply feeling person, and I spent a great deal of my first 20 years trying to figure out how to respond like everybody else does to things that happened. Pretending to respond in a way that was acceptable to the people around me. And when I broke free of that, when I walked away from those people in my life and I created my own life, it still took me a while to figure out how to be okay with all the different things that I can feel and sense and know. It took me a while to realize that not everybody's like me, and that's okay. And I can still be true to myself. I can stop pretending to respond in a certain way, like I thought I saw everybody around me pretending to be, because it seemed like people were pretending. What I didn't understand is that is really how they are, and I was the one pretending. And you have to embrace those emotions. You have to grab hold of them, and you have to process them. And if it takes you finding a really good friend that'll let you just verbally diarrhea all of the things that you're struggling with in your mind so that you can sort them out and put them in place so that you can continue to have the inspiration to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. And how are you going to rise above the ashes of your experience and thrive? There is no reason for you to be on your knees and allow the waves of experiences to happen at you and not participate in your own life. You have to participate in your own life. You have to be able to recognize the people around you that need help and that can help you. And when you are stuck trying to be something you're not, you can't help anybody, much less yourself. And we need each other. You know, if one thing about this virus is starting to finally teach people is we need one another. We don't do well in isolation. We are social creatures. Even the most introverted person who likes to have lots of quiet time on their own needs other people. And that is critically important. So today's prayer from Celtic Devotional again. As spring awakens all energies from dormancy, I call upon my soul's teacher to show me how this day has led me out of isolation. May the passion of awakening life be granted to all who journey through the realm of spring. Through the long hours of this day, bring me to the depths of your refreshing love. From the potent source of stillness, I arise to meditate on the moonlit message of your story. I love that. Son of twilight, daughter of dreams, uncreated child of the universe, my heart plays with you. So have a beautiful day, my lovelies. It's going to continue to be tough for a little while. This is not forever. We will get through this. We have each other and we can survive. This is not the end of the world. This is not the apocalypse. But it is a shift. And there is nothing wrong with shifting the way we live our lives for something better. And sometimes you got to go through some tough shit to get to the other side. Have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow.